Hi, I'm Farmer Tracy, and today we're going to be talking about transplanting the tomatoes we seeded in the last episode, maintaining them, and then how we harden them off to get them ready for planting out in our garden. So you know when to transplant when you see the first true leaves on your plants. Now that's not these long thin leaves. All plants start out with these two long thin leaves, and those are the seed leaves. So when the next two come out in the opposite direction, that's how you know you're ready to transplant. We're now going to be transplanting them into their individual cells in the 6-packs, which are right here. What you do is you pull, this always scares everyone, you pull the tomato right out by the leaves, and you put it in your 6-pack that you already filled, and you fill the same way I talked about last time when you filled your seed starting tray. You just push it in the hole and push a little soil very gently around it. Okay, I'll show you again. You pull one out by the leaves. Don't pull it by the stem, because if you break the stem, that's how it gets fed. That's kind of like the stomach of the plant. You definitely do not want to break that xylem and phloem tissue. And then you push it down, and there you go. You've got 2 tomato plants planted. So now that the tomatoes are transplanted, the main thing you want to do is water them right away and keep them out of the sun or the grow lights for about a day, just to get them settled into their new homes and adapted. Regarding the light situation, you can either put them in a south-facing window where they're going to get full sun all day. You're going to have to move them a quarter turn each day, because what's going to happen is they're going to want to reach to the light and they're going to get a little leggy. So to balance it out, you just move them a quarter turn, and each day you're going to notice the plants are going to go towards the sun. To avoid this, if you don't want to deal with turning them and you want a stockier plant that isn't getting as leggy because it's trying to grow towards the sun, you can buy grow lights at your local garden center. The main thing you're going to do is you're going to want to set them up on a pulley so that as the plants grow, you can move the pulley up and keep the light 4 inches from the top of the plant. Another thing to consider is watering your plants. You want to look at the soil each morning. Morning is the best time to water, and look for a light color in the soil. If the soil is light colored, you know it's time to water. If it's a dark, medium color, you know there's plenty of water, and you don't want to overwater, because then you'll cause rot and disease. Again, I would look around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If it needs to be watered, you can water then as well. You don't want to water much past that, because you want the leaves to completely dry before nighttime to help with disease prevention. The one last thing to think about with plant maintenance is getting the stems. You brush them once a day would be ideal. And this is mimicking the wind that happens naturally when they're outside, to stiffen up their cell walls and make them tough. So this wraps up our segment on planting and maintenance. You'll be doing this for another 4 weeks, and join us next time for planting them out in your garden.